Why the duck confit?
Well, that's what the dream told me. The dream told me to use duck confit, so that's what I used. I've used duck breast, where rare seared duck breast, that works good. I've used duck liver pate, that works pretty good. But if you want to follow my dream, you got to use duck confit. Another sandwich show. I'm Mark Antonation. I'm the food editor at 5280 Magazine, and I am making a sandwich from my dreams. My subconscious brain invented this. It's called the Sandwich of Forgotten Things. It came to me in a dream. It doesn't happen a lot, but when it does, I kind of obsess over it. I've made this 5 or 6 times, usually for my wedding anniversary or around New Year's as a celebration, because it's kind of expensive. Duck's not cheap, but it's occasionally worth a splurge. So this year I decided to start with Sonora white sandwich bread from Rebel Bread. It's really good stuff. I add a little mayo. It needed a little moisture. And then I sliced some Asian pear real thin, put a little lemon juice on it to brighten it up. I roasted some beets ahead of time and sliced them up with a little salt and olive oil. This year I thought I'd try this herb goat cheese because it works nice in a sandwich. It's kind of spreadable. And then for the mushrooms, these are 𝐸𝐵𝐾 mushrooms, and I sliced them, put some olive oil and salt on them, and then broiled them until they started to kind of blacken a little around the edges. They went into a pickling solution that's just water, vinegar, salt, sugar, and garlic. Overnight is good for a mushroom because they really absorb that flavor. And then the gravy is just butter, flour, salt, beef stock, and you can add other things if you wanted to, but I like to keep the gravy pretty simple. The duck confit this year I got it at Marzik Fine Foods, but you can make your own. I've done that in previous years. You could pick some up at a good restaurant, good French restaurant like Bistro Vendôme, or there's a few places around. So I'm going to try pulling the bone out of the duck after the sandwich is built, because I think it'll be really dramatic and fun, or it'll be a giant disaster. The bone part didn't really work out too well, but it's a fun way for presentation. It kind of fell apart. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I think it's just, complementary fall flavors, a little brightness, a little, acidity, a little crunch, a little earthiness, that nice, rich, fatty duck, sturdy sandwich bread that's not too light or fluffy. I've done it with sourdough bread before and it's tasty, but it's just too heavy for the sandwich. So it all just kind of comes together, and then it's just a giant mess after that, and you just dig in like it's Thanksgiving dinner and everything's on the plate all at once. Kind of turns red because of the beets, even though there's no cranberry sauce in there. It gives it that vibe. It's gonna fall apart, but that's okay. The duck is phenomenal, and everything kind of goes with the duck. The beets, the pear, the Boursin cheese is really nice in there because it just gives it a little bit of herb and creaminess. It's kind of like an alternate Thanksgiving almost. I think the pickled part works great. I think, mushroom just felt kind of French, with the duck confit. I don't think like a regular pickle would have worked as well. It would be fun to sit down with like a real chef, because I'm just a home cook, and kind of figure out like, hey, if we were going to serve this in a restaurant, how would you do it so that it's easy to eat, it doesn't fall apart, and people are going to pay $50 for it? Because that's what I would charge. I think maybe this is my inspiration for next year. Next year I'm going to make it and then put it in the oven to get everything nice and warm and melty all together. That would make it perfect. And more gravy, always more gravy. The sandwich is called the sandwich of forgotten things.